Hey everyone, this is Bharat here, and I'm absolutely delighted that you people took out some time to learn integration by substitution method. In this lecture, we'll be solving one by one this four questions, which actually some of you have sent me via email or WhatsApp as doubts. So we'll be discussing these four questions, and they're not difficult. They are easy questions. What I believe is this is vision that learning is can be made very easy. Only thing is you need to improve your ability how to learn something. That is what I call learn to learn. Some of you all also told me this, that sir, what you keep on saying this learn to learn. I'll prepare a separate video of how to improve your grades with simple proven techniques. Lot of you do a lot of hard work, but I'll just give you some smart work tips, and let's see whether this can help you improve your grades in the exams. So let's begin with this four questions one by one now. So let's begin with this. Now, what to substitute here? I always keep on saying this to students that observation skill is very important. You have to have good observation here. So what we can do here is there is nothing directly can be done here, and there is x power minus 11. I always keep on saying this to children that we hate negative. So the first thing is, can I do something with negative power? This negative power is not going to help me anywhere, right? So I just make it positive power. So what I do here is I write 4x plus 5 upon x power 11. Now can we do something? What I can do here is, if I just cross multiply, simplify, that means x and x power 11 will give me x power 12 plus 5, everything divided by x power 11. I can take in the numerator, right? So x power 11 dx. Now if you just observe x power 12, if I differentiate, I get 12x to the power 11, right? So somewhere x to the power 11 of the numerator will also be used. So I am going to do the same thing here. What I will do here is I am going to put x power 12 as t. So I get 12 times x power 11 as dt upon dx. By doing this, what will happen is x power 11 and dx, I will take it as dt by 12. So if you observe, the entire numerator now just can be simply written as dt by 12, and this will be just nothing but 4t plus 5. Now 12 being constant, we just keep outside 1 by 12, I just keep outside the integration sign. So we just have to integrate 1 by 4t plus 5 dt. What is integration of 1 by x? Log mod x. So here the same thing, 1 by ax plus b format is there. Integration of 1 by x plus b. Do you remember? Formula है, याद करो क्या हो सकता है? Log mod ax plus b upon a. I am just going to apply this formula. So what we get here is this 1 by 12 as it is, log mod, I get 4t plus 5, everything divided by 4 plus c. So what I do next is I just substitute this value here. So I just write 12 and 4, if I multiply, I get 1 by 48, log mod 4, put value of t. What is value of t? Value of t is x power 12 plus 5 plus c, and that's my answer. So the important thing was we hate negativity, so just make that negative power to positive power and simplify, and you will be able to identify very easily what is the substitution. The moment you identify what is the substitution, these questions are easy, and that's where what you need to learn, how to learn. So question number 2, very easy question, but couple of formulas from log is what you need to recall before we start. So I just write this two formulas. One is a times log b. Do you remember how this can be simplified further? And second is, do you remember what is e to the power log x equal to? These two things plays very important role in solving this question. So a log b, if you remember, can be written as log of b to the power a, and e to the power log x, obviously the base have to be e here, e to the power log x to the base e is just x. So So these two things will play a very important role here. Again, first thing I will observe here is we have power minus 1. So as discussed in the previous question, what we do here is we just make it positive. So observe this, I just write this as e to the power log of x cube, everything divided by x power 4 plus 1 dx. So this x power 4 plus 1 to the power minus 1 comes in the denominator, we just write it as x power 4 plus 1. Now in the numerator we have e to the power log of x cube. So as discussed, I can just write it as x cube upon x power 4 plus 1 dx. Now what next? It's very much easy to observe that x power 4, if I differentiate, somehow I can get x cube. So what I'll do here is I'll just say put x power 4 plus 1, this entire thing as t. So what is derivative of x power 4? 4x cube, derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of t is dt by dx. Take dx on the other side, so x cube and dx will get me as dt by 4. So this entire numerator x cube dx now just can be simply written as dt by 4. So I just get 1 by t dt by 4. So 1 by 4 being constant, we just keep outside. Integration of 1 by t, you know, is log mod t, right? So I just get 1 by 4 log mod x power 4 plus 1 plus c, and that's my answer. So in the beginning, those couple of formulas which we've used for log simplification, that's what you need to recall. Otherwise substitution is easy. The moment you see x power 4 and x cube, x power 4 have to be your t, right? So this kind of question is very frequently asked in the exam. With the help of either trigonometry or log, some rules need to be applied, and then we have to do basic substitution question. A very interesting question number 3. Simple algebraic question, but if you realize right now there is nothing is seen directly. So observe, we have in the numerator a minus b the whole square. So if I just simplify that, I get x square plus 1, I'm writing, and minus 2x I'm taking separately. So a square plus b square minus 2ab I'm doing. Everything divided by x square plus 1 the whole square. So what I do here is, if I just take the first part x square plus 1 upon x square plus 1 the whole square separately, and minus 2x by x square plus 1 the whole square separately, the first part, one of this x square plus 1 is getting cancelled. So we are left with 1 by x square plus 1 minus 2x upon x square plus 1 the whole square. Now first part can be solved very easily directly. There is nothing much to worry about. We can just write 1 by x square plus 1 is a formula. Integration of 1 by x square plus 1 will be tan inverse of x. Since it is derivative of tan inverse of x is 1 by x square plus 1, integration of 1 by x square plus 1 will be tan inverse of x. Next is we have 2x upon x square plus 1. So I just want you to observe here that what is derivative of x square? Derivative of x square is 2x. It is somehow present in the numerator. So what I'll do here first is I'll just take them separately. First I'll just write 1 by x square plus 1 dx separate, and minus I take 2x by x square plus 1 the whole square dx separately. I just separated this two part. So in the second part, I just take, say, put x square plus 1 equal to t, and if I differentiate, I get derivative x square as 2x and derivative of t as dt by dx on other side. So the numerator 2x and dx can be simply written as dt, right? So I'm just going to use this. I'm just keeping the first part 1 by x square plus 1 dx as it is. Second part, using substitution, I can write denominator as 1 by t square and numerator just can be written as dt. So I just, one more step, just writing t power minus 2 dt and 1 by x square plus 1 dx. Now integrate this. Integration of 1 by x square plus 1 will be tan inverse of x, and second part I just write t to the power minus 2 plus 1 करेंगे तो minus 1 हो जाएगा. So t to the power minus 1 upon minus 1 plus, you just simplify this, minus and minus will make it plus. So we get tan inverse of x plus 1 by t, and substitute the value of t. Value of t is x square plus 1 plus c. So simple question, but then few small things. One is this minus and minus need to be made as plus. At times, if you just don't take care of the small things, people often lose marks in exam because of such silly errors. At times, what usually happens in the exam. Taking care of small things is always important. You take care of small things, and the bigger thing will be taken care of. So, easy question. So we have a very interesting question, question number 4, and there was multiple requests for this question. Multiple students have asked me to solve this question because rightly so, the question is little interesting. So what to take here? T. Various possibilities are there. Somebody can just take cos x as t and then sin x dx will be dt, but that method will be little lengthy. So what I'll do here is I'll just take cos square x as t. Now if you observe, we have numerator by cos cube x. So the first thing I do here is, before substitution, I just do one thing. The numerator by what we have is, we have cos cube x and I write cos cube x ke badle cos x into cos square x. So I get sin x cos square x. In the numerator, denominator we have 1 plus cos square x dx. Now if I take cos square x as t, putting cos square x as t, and if I have to differentiate with respect to x, what is derivative of cos square x? Derivative of cos square x is 2 cos x, but we have to use chain rule. So derivative of cos x I write in the bracket as minus sin x. And now I take derivative of t. What will be derivative of t? Derivative of t will be dt by dx. So I just put it again, sin x cos x, and take dx on the other side. We get sin x cos x dx as minus dt by 2. So the numerator we had sin x cos x and we had dx. So this put together I can just now write as minus dt by 2. So I get cos square x is t here, so we get t upon 1 plus t multiplied with minus dt by 2. Now minus 1 by 2 being constant, we keep it outside, so we are just left with t by 1 plus t dt. Now learn this particular small step very nicely. This can be used at various places as we proceed in this chapter. Also this is viewed as linear upon 1 plus linear something. So linear upon linear you can view this as. So what to do in such circumstances? I just do plus 1 minus 1, because by doing that I can take in separate part and then we can easily integrate this. Suppose in the denominator, instead of 1 plus t, suppose I have 7 plus t, so I'll do plus 7 minus 7, that kind of thing you can manage. So I'm just doing plus 1 minus 1. So next step, I'll just take them separately. So I say minus 1 by 2, we keep it as it is, 1 plus t upon 1 plus t separate, and minus 1 upon 1 plus t dt separate. So 1 plus t is getting cancelled, minus half being constant, we keep it as it is, so we are left with 1, and minus 1 by 1 plus t as it is. What is integration of 1? Integration of 1 is, here in this case, is t. Many times students write in hurry in the exam as x. Integration of 1 is x, but that is with respect to x, right? Here I am integrating with respect to t. So integration of 1 have to be written as t. So small things again you need to take care very nicely. So we get minus 1 by 2 keeping as it is, integration of 1 I am writing as t. And what is integration of 1 by 1 plus t? Log mod 1 plus t plus c. One last step, don't forget to substitute the value of t again. What is the value of t here? The value of t is cos square x. So minus 1 by 2 as it is, we get cos square x minus log of 1 plus cos square x plus c, and that's my final answer. So very interesting question here. There are 2-3 small things which plays a very important crucial role here. One is to identify very nicely that cos square x have to be taken as t, and derivative of cos square x will follow chain rule. So these 2 steps in the beginning is very crucial. So these are the 4 questions in this session. At the end, only thing is share all this with your friends also. Finally, you have to make sure that along with you your friends also rise, so at least share with your all the classmates and lift them also along with you. Isn't it a great thing to do? Sharing is caring, right? So like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next session soon. See you soon.